Do you ever find yourself thinking too much about the past or worrying about the future? Well, for me, I do, though. But what if I told you that real happiness and peace come from focusing on the present moment? Today, we are going to go into The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, a book that teaches us how to live in the present. We'll go through each chapter, explore real-life examples, and see how these ideas can change our lives for the better. But before we proceed, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Chapter 1 is titled You Are Not Your Mind. The first chapter explains that we are not our thoughts. Tolle says that a lot of our pain and sadness comes from thinking too much about the past or the future. When we do this, we miss out on the present moment. Tolle teaches us to watch our thoughts without getting caught up in them. This can help us find more peace. Imagine you are stuck in traffic and start worrying about being late. Instead of getting stressed, try to focus on your breathing and the present moment. This can help you feel calmer. The key lesson in this chapter is that realizing that you are not your thoughts can make you feel more peaceful. Chapter 2 is titled Consciousness, the Way Out of Pain. In this chapter, Tolle talks about how being aware can help us overcome pain. He explains that pain comes from fighting against the present moment. When we accept the present, we stop this fight and feel better. Accepting a concept doesn't mean you give up. It means you see it as it is without judging it. Say, for example, that someone at work insults you. Instead of getting angry or hurt, accept what they said without judging them. You can stay relaxed and think straight this way. The key lesson in this chapter is that accepting the present moment as it is can reduce our pain. Now, onto chapter 3 titled Moving Deeply into the Now. In this chapter, Tolle talks about how deep the present moment is. He tells us to live in the present moment, not just on the surface. To do this, we have to let go of our egos and give our all to whatever we are doing. Being in the present makes life more vivid and important. Let's look at this situation as an example. Think about the last time you were busy while you ate. Now picture yourself fully present and enjoying every bite of the same meal. It gets better and more enjoyable as time goes on. The key lesson of this chapter is that being fully present in the present moment makes our experiences better and makes our lives more satisfying. Chapter 4 is titled Mind Strategies for Avoiding the Now. This chapter explores the different ways our minds try to avoid being in the present. Tolle talks about common things that keep us from feeling the present moment, such as thinking too much, doing things over and over again, and having strong emotional responses. He gives ways to fight these tactics, like being mindful and aware of your body. Take social media as an example. Have you ever found yourself lazily scrolling through it to avoid doing something hard? You can choose to be present and do the job at hand if you are aware of this way of avoiding it. The key lesson of this chapter is that recognizing and fighting our mind's ways of avoiding things helps us stay in the present. Next is chapter 5 titled The State of Presence. In this chapter, Tolle explains that being fully present in the moment makes one feel strong and alert. It's like being in a state where you don't have to worry about past mistakes or future uncertainty. Fully immersing ourselves in the present moment allows us to connect intimately with ourselves and our surroundings, creating deeper and more complex connections and experiences. Now, let's take a look at this example. When having a conversation with a friend, rather than focusing on formulating your response, try to be completely engaged and actively listen. Having this presence can improve your connection and understanding. One key lesson from this chapter is that being fully present can greatly enhance our relationships and personal experiences. Chapter 6 is titled The Inner Body. In this chapter, Tolle discusses the idea that the inner body is the energy within each of us. By turning our attention to our inner bodies, we can tune into the present moment and find deep peace. It's important to connect with the present moment, especially in difficult situations. The next time you feel overwhelmed, close your eyes and try to bring your attention to your inner body. Notice the sensations and energy within. This can help ground you in the present. The key lesson in this chapter is that connecting with the inner body enhances our ability to stay present and calm. Now, onto chapter 7 titled Portals into the Unmanifested. In this chapter, Tolle looks into the idea of the unmanifested, which is where everything comes from. He states that we can reach this level and feel more deeply what it means to be alive by being present. Certain states of mind, like silence, stillness, and aware breathing, can help us connect with our true selves. For instance, spend some time every day alone with your breath and no sound. By doing this easy thing, you can connect with the unreal and feel calm and clear. The key lesson from this chapter is that being present and connecting with the unmanifested makes our spiritual lives better. Chapter 8 is titled Enlightened Relationships. In this chapter, Tolle explores the power of being present and how it can have a profound impact on our relationships. Being fully engaged at the moment enhances our interactions, leading to stronger connections and less conflict. Healthy relationships thrive when both individuals are fully present and accepting of each other, rather than being driven by selfish desires and unrealistic expectations. For instance, during a disagreement with a loved one, try to be present and listen without judgment instead of reacting defensively. Having a presence like this can help ease tension and foster better understanding. The key lesson in this chapter is that being present in relationships can lead to stronger connections and a sense of harmony. Next, we have Chapter 9, titled Beyond Happiness and Unhappiness, There is Peace. In this chapter, Tolle states that true peace is more than just feeling happy or sad. By living in the present, we can find a deeper, more stable peace. This peace does not come from outside but from within. We are less affected by the ups and downs of life as we commit to living in the here and now. This means that we can experience a sense of calm and contentment regardless of what is happening around us. Let's say you are having a bit of a miserable day. Try to focus on your breathing in the here and now instead of letting it dull your emotions. Even if the circumstances around you are not good, you will find a sense of peace within you. That true peace originates from within and may be attained through presence is the most important lesson that can be learned from this chapter. Then, lastly, we have Chapter 10 titled The Meaning of Surrender. The final chapter explores the idea of surrender, which can be defined as the act of embracing the current moment without any opposition or conditions. The act of surrendering does not mean giving up. Rather, it means accepting what is, which enables us to respond more effectively and clearly. For example, when your plans do not go as planned, rather than resisting and feeling frustrated, you could practice surrender by accepting the situation and finding a new route forward with calm and clarity. The key lesson from this chapter is that when we allow ourselves to be fully present in the moment, we are better able to gracefully negotiate the problems that life throws at us. Conclusion. Living in the now has the potential to transform our lives. Being present is something that the power of now teaches us how to do, and it has the potential to make us happier and more at ease. By focusing on the present moment, we can handle obstacles and be better able to establish stronger relationships. Always keep in mind that this is a never-ending path and that each day is an opportunity to practice. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the power of now. If you found this video to be helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one.